I asked people over on Instagram to send me some questions about my new single, As I Am. First question was, what was the specific dating moment that made you sit down and write this song? So I think I said this in another post, but I wrote or started writing the song almost exactly 2 years ago now. I'd been on a date with a guy, and it was just when I was kind of starting to get back into dating and meeting up with people. I thought it kind of went well and that we had a connection. When I got home, he basically said that he didn't think had a connection or had much in common. I think I was obviously very gutted and upset at that point, and then also just felt like it was a moment of me realizing how clueless I felt when it came to navigating that space, especially as someone who generally feels like they're quite emotionally switched on or able to read other people's emotions. I felt a bit kind of confused as well, and I think that's what sparked the initial song idea. So there's a line in the song about serving all your emotions on a plate. Can you tell us the story behind that? Yeah, that's referring to the second verse where I go, I serve my heart so a la carte, all my emotions on a plate, then wonder why I'm not enough. I co-wrote the song with two songwriters, Jamie Coop and Bray Hamill. Me and Bray kind of fleshed out that lyric. It's basically about feeling like you're too much or that you've given too much too early on. That's something I definitely felt during dates, is that I maybe opened up or shown a side of myself, and then when that hasn't been reciprocated, I've sort of ended up regretting it. And I think there can sometimes be a bit of shame or embarrassment and tied to kind of showing emotions when you're in the early stages of dating or meeting someone. The song feels very intimate. How did you choose the production style to match the feeling of dating in a big city? To be honest, I think the production process was quite natural for this one. I had quite a fleshed out demo that I'd worked on after I'd finished writing the song, and I brought it to Lewis, the producer I work with. I had a couple of demo references of kind of different songs. It wasn't really a conscious choice to pick a specific production style. Sort of came from what I naturally went for when I started writing the song, which was just a basic guitar riff and a kind of breakbeat underneath it. Obviously the end product sounds very different to the first day demo, but I think it still kind of maintains that intimacy. I just wanted to make sure that the vocals felt kind of very upfront in the way that I recorded them, and that they kind of sat on top of the mix. You can really hear what I'm saying, because the song is meant to be very direct and conversational. So why did you choose the title As I Am? Does it refer to self-acceptance or a demand for how a partner should see you? Oof. Good question. That's not really something I've thought about before. I guess it sort of refers to both in a way. It's about getting to a state where you feel confident in yourself to put yourself back out there, in the hopes that someone can then accept you for who you are, but wanting to know that you manage that on your own first. You know, it's a very cliche saying that you can't love someone else until you love yourself, but I do think that's sort of true when it comes to dating and romance. The song was originally called The Next One when I first wrote the demo, and then actually when me and Bray were finishing off the chorus, she landed on It Can't Take Me As I Am. For a time I was sort of like, should it be called Take Me As I Am? But we decided to keep it as I Am, because I think it felt quite punchy. I'm not saying I'm the first person by any means to use that concept, but yeah, I just felt to really embody what the song is about.